Welcome to round 4 of the Parenting Roundabout podcast for the week of May 8th. I'm Catherine Haleko, and I'm here with Nicole Eridix.
Hello.
And Terry Morrow.
Hello.
As moms of teens and young adults, we've survived those little kid days, yet we're still rethinking the decisions we've made all through our kids' lives and worrying about what's going on right now. Today's Thursday, which means it's time to give into our obsessing. And today we're obsessing about ChatGPT, which Nicole says is nothing to be afraid of.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
Does it clean up its own popcorn in the plate? That's what I want to know.
How are you using it?
Oh, in a multitude of ways.
Really?
Yeah. So for those of you that are not familiar with it, it's a online, what is it, platform. And it's kind of looks like a messenger platform. So you go in and you give the software a command. So for example, write an email to my boss telling him that I quit. Mm-hmm. And within seconds, this very well-worded, formatted, written email will be generated, and which you can copy and use. And so there's a lot of spin-offs from ChatGPT because now you can have it create presentations for you and images. And I mean, there's just a million ways in which you can use it. So I'm becoming a regular user myself, and it really does make life a lot easier, to be honest with you. It can generate, food plans. It can put together, like a list of ideas. It can help you brainstorm for an article. It can.
But the problem is it can also write the article. And
you realize
then you're a writer, you're in trouble.
This thing does stuff that formerly Catherine and I got paid for, right?
Yeah. That's the problem I have with it.
Yes. And I see it so much now. I see it even on, this like freelance jobs website has an article. Here's how you can use ChatGPT to help you write your articles. And I'm like, you're supposed to be for us. Why are you saying? Because once you let it help you write your articles, it can just go write them itself.
Yeah.
Right. Editing. Like, oh, look at all these great things you can do to, have this artificial intelligence edit your stuff. That's my job. You're putting me out of work, Nicole. I'm taking it personally.
No, I'm not using it to write
I'll make a
articles
list for
se.
you.
But it helps me with emails and
sure.
Little bits and pieces here and there. It's helped me generate ideas for things.
That's what
it's definitely useful in education, an educational situation. So from a teacher's point of view, there's a million and one ways.
Teachers. Just set the kids up. See, COVID was an experiment. All the kids will just stay home and they'll have their ChatGPT lesson.
Now, have either of you tried it?
No, it's the enemy. I'm not going near it. You kidding me?
Okay.
It's gunning for my job. I'm old and I will soon be no longer needed, but still, I would like
there's still a certain aspect that you'll need to, a writer needs to intervene with, but at the same time, it's definitely a useful tool, and it can also be a form of assistive technology and level the playing field for a lot of people.
That's what it wants you to believe, Nicole. That's how they suck you in. I just want to help.
Well, and I saw an article about how there's one AI chatbot that's meant to be an emotional support bot. So it's coming for the therapists in addition to the writers.
Oh, it's coming for everybody.
Yep.
It is.
Yeah, it like I said, this still requires a form of human intervention. Let's not kid ourselves here. It's not going to take over everything. It's famous last words.
It's learning from us and the ways we use it, and then it will find ways to replace that. I don't know. It just sounds like a big sci-fi movie to me, and not one that ends well for like humanity. So, but in the short run, not one that ends well for people who would like to make money with words. Editing them or composing them. Yeah. I would still say that the human spark is worth something, and that no machine is going to be able to write something as good as somebody doing it out of their head. But you know what? It can do a lot of the things we read these days are not filled with the human spark. They're filled with, I got to fill in the blanks in this listicle, and it can do those fine.
Yeah.
And in the trajectory in my lengthy career, now that I am an old person, of writing and editing, it used to be that you had to have some credentials to write and be published. And that stunk if you were trying to start out. But still, there was a barrier. And then the internet made it so that anybody who wanted to publish themselves online could do it. And then all these websites start up, and they just need crap to put up. So anybody can write and make money as a writer. And now it's not even going to be untalented people taking my work. It's going to be a machine. I would at least like it to be an untalented person. But come on. No. It's going to happen whether I participate or not.
Yeah.
I decline to participate.
But you can embrace some of it to an extent. I mean, look at teaching, look at education. Look at all the platforms that are out there now that will support students and teach students different concepts. I don't feel threatened because I know that I still have a place. I have a role. So it's about embracing it. I'm kind of the, let's see what it can do. How can it support us? It's not
what could possibly go wrong? That's how it starts.
I don't know. Catherine, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I'm more of the, scared end of the spectrum, especially because of, the implications for, as Terry said, there used to be some barriers to entry, and there are fewer and fewer, and the going rate for writers has basically stagnated or gone way down.
Oh my goodness, yes.
Over time. And obviously if you can get a computer and a bot to write something, then you don't have to even pay them at all. So that's
and it
disturbing.
I think it's able to take qualities of certain writers and artists and use them to create something in the manner of what they would do, which is, a huge, what would the word even be? Violation of, can you copyright your style? Can you copyright your, creative eye? I don't know that you can, but they're going to steal it.
Yeah.
And
I think at this point, it's still, as Nicole said, that it still definitely requires human intervention because, or oversight or something, because it will basically make stuff up from what I've read. Yeah. And, someone has to step in and say,
many a human writer as well.
Well, that's true. But, how do you get in there and say
yeah, it's that's another scary part, because it makes stuff up so-and-so is the author of such and such book. Well, that's fairly harmless. But if it's, so-and-so believes this or that, or they once said blah, 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 and that's not true. And how do you sort of prove a negative to say that, no, they never said that?
And then once it's published, it has the veneer of truth.
Right.
I've web browser I use, it has a search engine that at the top of every search, it has an AI paragraph basically answering your question. That it's taken theoretically from all the different websites. It's sort of compiled. And sometimes stuff is wrong in there. But is anybody going to I was able to catch some things that were wrong because I knew. But if you didn't, you would just assume that was correct.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And then once something becomes a public perception, it's very hard to stop it. It just seems so fraught with peril. If you're going to use it and then have like a human editor go through and fact check it, but nobody's going to do that.
Right.
And kids are using this even now to write their school papers, right?
I think that's possible, and there are detector tools.
Yeah, I know there are detectors for plagiarism from the web, but I don't.
There are detectors.
Yes.
Yes,
it's going to keep getting better.
That's the thing. Like there are tools that you can use that will say like this is 85% likely to be written by a human, but it like you said, the AI gets better and better, and the tools can't keep up. So,
yeah. And there's plenty of humans who write like a computer. So,
right.
That's going to be an interesting challenge for teachers. If it's that easy.
But cell phones were also, everything that is new and is kind of the latest thing will pop up in a school at some point and has to be dealt with.
They'll have IEPs written by chatbots, and then they won't need child study team people. They'll be gone. It'll just be we have plugged in your child's particular abilities, and this is what came out. It might actually be better. Perhaps they would get all the pronouns right and stuff. But I don't know. I wouldn't mind it for I bet it could write a really good excuse to the school for why your kid wasn't there.
It would.
Yeah.
It would,
I don't know. I come from a world where my job is undervalued and replicated over and over again in a variety of formats.
Yeah.
I just, let's just see where this takes us is kind of my vibe right now.
I don't know. I think
maybe we'll have a different conversation in a year when our AI bots will have a conversation.
Our bots will have a conversation with each other. We won't even be
exactly.
I've gotten some emails like, here's a bot that will write all your show notes for you. So see, Catherine, you could save yourself so much time. We don't need you.
I will say that the Zoom transcript has improved.
Are they getting better?
Yeah.
Pretty soon they'll know.
They still can't figure out what our names are. But you will forever be Terrymorrow.
Yes.
But
plenty
and
of
Nicole Eridix and Haleko, boy, it struggles. But other than that,
it at least can get close on mine.
Yes. But other than that, yes, it's definitely improving. Unless we talk over each other, then it struggles. So
yeah, anyway. Yeah, I'm feeling like a dinosaur. I'm glad I'm at the end of my career and not early on, but still, I can see it coming.
Yep.
Because I see from time to time I've gone slumming for work, and I see some of the really, really low-paying writing work. That's going to completely go away. Mm-hmm. They don't need human beings for that anymore. Right. So, and then the work that I do will become the low-paying writing work. Mm-hmm. I made $1,000 for a TV Guide article in 1981, maybe. Yeah. Now, gosh, I can't imagine what magazines pay for anything now. Yeah. It's not $2 a word anymore like it used to be. Not. Wow. Yeah. Oh well. That's for sure. How will it replace parents? That's what we got to think about. There was a headline in the Wall Street Journal that was like, I replaced myself with ChatGPT for a day and I fooled my family. And I'm like, honey, that's not a good thing. Right. I didn't read it because I thought it would be like a horror read, Yeah. Interesting. But it's coming for us. It's been nice knowing y'all. But will it be able to segue? I don't think it's going to be able to segue.
It may not.
I don't think it will do it with the same grace and style like we do.
That's right.
But, that's it for today's Round 4. Tune in tomorrow when we'll share our roundabout of things we've been using or enjoying lately that we think deserve a shout-out. Find all our episodes at parentingroundabout.com and talk back in the comments there on our Facebook page or on Twitter, where you'll find us at Roundabout Chat.